Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into a rather sensitive and frankly, quite depressing topic, the top 10 countries where Indians are not welcome. Now before you grab your pitchforks and accuse us of inciting international turmoil, let me be clear, this isn't about pointing fingers or perpetuating stereotypes, this is about shining a light on a harsh reality that many people face. Because the truth is, the world can be a surprisingly hostile place, even in the 21st century. We like to think we've moved past blatant discrimination, that we're all citizens of the world holding hands and singing Kumbaya, but sadly, that's not always the case, is it? Sometimes, it's less Kumbaya and more go away. So, buckle up because we're about to embark on a journey through the less welcoming corners of the globe. Now, Country A, you might think, isn't that a lovely place with the insert famous Country A landmark? And yes, it is. But beneath the surface of those insert charming Country A feature, lies a history of insert historical reason for tension with India. This tension unfortunately often spills over into everyday life with reports of insert specific example of discrimination against Indians in Country A. It's a complicated situation, rooted in decades if not centuries of misunderstanding and prejudice. Next up we have Country B, a nation known for its insert notable Country B feature, but what's less known is its somewhat selective approach to immigration. You see, Country B has this whole insert Country B policy law that negatively impacts Indians thing. It's essentially a polite way of saying, we like your insert something positive Indians contribute, but we don't like you. And look, I'm no economist, but telling an entire group of people they can't contribute to your society seems like a pretty good way to miss out on some serious talent. Country C, the land of insert positive Country C stereotype. It almost sounds idyllic, doesn't it? Well, hold on to your insert culturally appropriate item, because things get a little less charming when you're Indian. There seems to be this perception among some in Country C that Indian culture is insert negative stereotype about Indian culture. Now, I'm not here to say that every culture is the same, but judging an entire nation based on outdated stereotypes? That's not cultural misunderstanding, that's just plain old racism. Chapter 4. Let's move on to Country D, shall we? A place where apparently everything is the fault of immigrants, specifically Indian immigrants. They're stealing jobs, they're driving down wages, they're eating all the insert popular Country D food. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. It's the classic scapegoat scenario, and unfortunately, it's one that plays out all too often in our world. Chapter 5. Country E. A nation with a rich history, stunning landscapes, and a complicated relationship with its colonial past. You see, Country E used to be a insert colonial power colony, and let's just say they didn't exactly leave on the best of terms. This history of exploitation and oppression has left a bitter taste in the mouths of many, and it often manifests as resentment and prejudice towards Indians. It's a stark reminder that the wounds of the past can take generations to heal. Chapter 6, Country F, a nation known for its insert notable Country F feature, also seems to be quite fond of building walls. Not just physical walls, mind you, although they're quite partial to those as well, but metaphorical walls. Walls of visa restrictions, walls of bureaucratic red tape, walls of just plain old xenophobia. It's as if they've taken the phrase "keep out" a little too literally. But hey, at least they're consistent, right? Now, Country G isn't necessarily known for its outright hostility towards Indians, but there's a more insidious form of discrimination at play here: media representation. Or rather, the lack thereof. When Indians do appear in Country G's media, they're often relegated to stereotypical roles, reinforcing harmful perceptions and contributing to a climate of implicit bias. It's a reminder that representation matters, and that the media has a responsibility to be more inclusive and diverse. Country H, a place where sadly ignorance often trumps curiosity. Many people in Country H simply don't know much about India or its people, and this lack of knowledge can breed fear and suspicion. It's a classic case of we fear what we don't understand, and it underscores the importance of cross-cultural exchange and education. Country I presents an interesting case. It's not that Indians are explicitly unwelcome there, but their very success can be perceived as a threat. Indians in country Y are often highly educated and successful, which can lead to resentment and accusations of them taking over. It's a twisted sort of logic, but it highlights the complexities of navigating success in a world where xenophobia still rears its ugly head. Finally, we come to Country J. Now I don't want to end this on a completely bleak note, so I'm happy to report that Country J actually offers a glimmer of hope. While they're not perfect by any means, they have made significant strides in recent years to combat discrimination and promote inclusivity. It's a reminder that change is possible, that progress can be made, and that even in a world that often feels determined to divide us, there's still hope for a more tolerant and welcoming future. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of some of the less welcoming corners of the globe for Indians. It's not a pretty picture, is it? But it's a reality we need to acknowledge if we ever hope to change it. Remember, discrimination in any form is unacceptable. We all deserve to feel safe and respected regardless of our nationality, ethnicity, or background. So, the next time you encounter prejudice or discrimination, don't stay silent. Speak up, challenge it, and let's work together to create a world where everyone feels welcome. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.